Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another vlog. So if you stayed to the end of my last video, then you probably saw that I mentioned I was getting my hair done, and can you guys tell a difference? I had my appointment at the salon yesterday and I am officially back to being blonde. I am so happy. I love it. I love the way that the color came out. It's not like super bleached. It's like a really pretty honey blonde that I think is going to look awesome for summer. It was really fun having the dark hair for the fall and winter season, but I am just feeling so much more like myself with the blonder hair. Anyway, I am just looking over my bids right now for tomorrow. I am on reserve and I'm about to start a 5-day call block. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I put some bids in there for trips that I actually want to work. But right now it is only 1 p.m. and since I have the rest of the day off here at home, I want to go get in a good workout, and then hopefully by the time I am done with that, cruise scheduling will have given me my assignment for tomorrow, so that at least I know what I need to pack and what's going on for the beginning of this upcoming work week. Over this past month, I have been using the app Ladder for my workouts, and let me tell you, it has been a total game changer for me. Ladder is a strength training app that has solved my biggest problem of not knowing what to do in the gym. They take all of the guesswork out of your workouts by giving you a structured plan from your expert coach. I feel really good with my program too because I was able to take a personalized quiz, so Ladder could help me reach my specific goals. My program is dumbbells only and also includes Pilates, which has been perfect for me because no matter where I'm traveling to or if I'm at home, I am able to complete my workout plan no problem. I feel motivated during my workouts, I have been consistent, and I'm having fun, which is awesome. It costs less than $1 a day. Ladder is also offering a 7-day free trial, and they do not take any of your credit card information during this trial, so really you have nothing to lose. You can also get up to $10 off your first month with Ladder if you click the link in my video description box below or scan the QR code on the screen. Thank you so much to Ladder for my awesome workout plan and for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Good morning, everyone. So I did end up getting a trip today. It's actually one of the trips that I bid for, so I'm really excited about that. And it's a late sign-in, which is also awesome because then I didn't have to wake up at the crack of dawn to get ready for work. So right now I am just getting my lunchbox together and then I'll put my uniform on and head out the door. Eric and I actually got Chipotle last night. I got myself an extra meal. That way I could bring it with me on this trip. So I got a steak burrito bowl, so I'm going to bring this with me and have that for dinner tonight because honestly I was just too tired and lazy to meal prep. And then I think for lunch I'm gonna make like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something just really simple that I can eat once I get to the DFW airport. Okay, what else do I need? Oh, I want to fill up my water bottle, need to make sure I pack my vitamins, all that good stuff. I am also going to put some of these bars in Tupperware. And I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of times when they're just hanging out in my lunchbox, they'll get squished and then it's like, you know, there's crumbs everywhere and whatnot. So I think I'll just put some of my snacks in here. Better organization anyway. And then I'm also gonna bring a few of these to have on my trip too. These oatmeals, these are really good for breakfast on the road. Okay, here's all my snacks. I have the oatmeal right there, just some random snacks. There's like these little gummy bears right there, some different granola bars and stuff in there. And then I also love these little apple sauces. I know it's probably silly. I'm almost 30 years old and I'm eating applesauce, but you know what? They're really, really good. And then for dinner tonight, I'll have my Chipotle and oh yeah, I need to make myself a PB&J. Alrighty, lunchbox is packed and ready to go. Oh, my AirPods are right here. Actually, I'll keep these in my pocket. So now I just need to get my uniform on and then we can get out of here. I just got to the airport. My flight should be boarding in 20-ish minutes. I actually am taking a much earlier flight than I need to because all of the other flights today are full. As a commuter, you obviously want to try to take the flight that has more open seats, and even though this flight is full now, I should definitely be able to take the jump seat, which is such a godsend as a commuter. Like without those extra flight attendant jump seats, I definitely would not be able to get on a lot of the flights that I need to. But some of the other flights later today had like 5 or 6 jump seaters listed, and each plane usually only has like 2 to 3 extra jump seats. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna take an earlier flight, and I would much rather be early than late to work. Made it to DFW safe and sound. I realized once I got on the plane that I forgot to make myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich like I was telling you guys I would. So I actually stopped at Panera Bread and I got their new chicken salad sandwich. It looks really good actually. And I even had $2 off because I'm like a member with them. So you earn rewards and the points and all that stuff. So I got a sandwich from there, and then I think I'm gonna find a quiet place at the airport if that's possible. I'll try to find a secluded area and get a lot of editing and work done because I do have a few hours before my sign-in, so I want to take advantage of this time and get some work done. Just got to my hotel room in Jacksonville, Florida, and it is currently 12:04 a.m. There's a 1-hour time change between here and DFW, so really it's about 11 p.m. Dallas-Fort Worth time. Oh, when I put the camera above the lamp, it like looks kind of scary. It's like I'm ready to tell ghost stories, but anyway, I think I'm just tired. What I was gonna say is the flight was good. It was only 2 hours long, so it was much shorter than I was expecting, and you guys, this room that I'm in is huge. We have a king size bed right here, and then look at all that space over there. And then we have a nice bathroom in here. I like having all of this counter space. Definitely makes it nice when you're getting ready. Even though it was only one flight today, I am still a little tired, probably because it is late. So I am going to shower, brush my teeth, get ready for bed, and then tomorrow we do have a nice long layover here, which is awesome. I am going to bed, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Wow, look at this. There are hardly any people here right now. This is amazing. I am currently at Neptune Beach. I took about a 30-minute Uber ride to get here, and let me tell you, just being out here by the water right now, it was so worth the amount of time that it took to get here. I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know if I want to go to the beach. Like, it's kind of far away. It might be easier to just like stay in my room and relax. But then I was like, you know what? No, because as a flight attendant, honestly, sometimes you have to do everything that you can to make the most of your layovers, especially when you're on reserve. Otherwise, it can become really easy to just get kind of burnt out. And if you don't change things up and actually try to go out and do things on your layovers, sometimes it can be a little bit depressing. I think that's something that I haven't talked a whole lot about on my channel, is how this job can feel a little lonely sometimes. Personally, for me, it doesn't bother me going out on my own and doing things by myself. I actually prefer it because I am someone who, sorry, my hair keeps flying into my mouth because of the wind, but I am someone who really needs some alone time to feel like recouped and relaxed. Like, I can talk to people all day long, that kind of thing, but in order to feel rejuvenated, I do need some time on my own. I like to consider myself like an introverted extrovert. I very much like to go out and do things, but I don't like small talk. I don't like constant noise. I don't like being with like big crowds of people. So that's just my personality type. So for me to be here on this beach right now, where honestly there's really not that many people, like we're all kind of spread out, like this is absolutely perfection for me. I had a lot of really good questions in my last video, and I was actually gonna film like a little Q&A while I was here, but I'm worried because it's windy that the audio is not gonna be very good, so I don't really wanna sit here and chat for like 20 minutes if it's windy and if the audio sucks. So I think I'm going to put that in a different section of the video, but we're just gonna enjoy this peaceful afternoon at the beach. have about 30 minutes until I need to be downstairs and ready to go for our pickup. So I thought rapid fire, I would answer some questions that were in my last video. Do flight attendants ever get enough seniority not to have to do reserve any longer? Yes, but it just depends on the base you're at. So some bases you will hold off reserve much earlier than others. Where I'm at, DFW is one of the most senior bases. So honestly, you can expect to be potentially pulled onto reserve even after like 20, 25 years of flying. But then other bases like Philadelphia, when I was there, I was only pulled onto reserve maybe like once a year, and that was with about 7 years of flying. It also really depends on the airline that you fly for and what their specific reserve system is like. Do you ever wonder how flight attendants did standbys before cell phones? I can't imagine how crew scheduling got in touch with flight attendants out and about. So my guess is before cell phones, flight attendants probably had to sit in their crew rooms and then they would be paged over the intercom. When I first started flying, that was really common. Like you had to sit in the crew room and then you would wait for your name to be called over the intercom. And so when I used to sit airport standby when I first started flying, that's exactly what I did. Is you would hear them call your name over the speakerphone and then you would call them on your cell phone. But now what I do is I usually just contact crew scheduling once I'm at the airport, tell them I'm there and that I'm walking around. I may or may not be in the crew room and to just call me. But my guess is that's how they would get a hold of you. But someone else asked a question about being on reserve and like before cell phones, how crew scheduling would get in contact with you. And to be honest, I don't know. My guess is beepers. But if there are any flight attendants who are watching this and were on reserve before we had cell phones, if you could leave a comment and let me know, that would be awesome because I'm really curious now too. Can you choose standby at the airport or on call at home, or do they pick for you? You can request a specific one. Like you can request if you want to be on standby at the airport or on call at home. Sometimes you get your preference and sometimes you don't. It really is kind of up to the discretion of crew scheduling. I will say though, most of the time you're on call at home. This isn't really a question, but this person says, I wish you would explain why anyone would do this for $50K a year. What is the attraction? There is a lot of attraction to the job, especially when you are flying off to these like amazing destinations, and then other times like in my last video where it was a bit boring, it was a bit of a struggle to get trips, like it might be less attractive. But I would say for me, overall the good outweighs the bad. With this career, I have definitely had to put my dues in. Like it hasn't been perfect obviously from day one, but I will say, especially now 8 years later, the flexibility of this job is unlike any other. You can drop your trips, you can trade your trips, you can see so many different beautiful destinations across the world. I mean, off the top of my head, this year I have been to places like Athens, Greece, Antigua, Vegas so many times to see my parents. And I mean, even today, like on reserve, I had an afternoon at the beach. There's not many other jobs where you get paid to do that. I get to leave work at work. Like I don't have to take it home with me. Once I'm done with the trip, I'm done. I can leave it behind. I also really love the fact that I get to help people. And I know that sounds cheesy, but like it's true. I have held the hands of someone while they were crying because they had a bad day. I have prayed with a mother to find her missing son. I have helped take care of people while they are on their way to their honeymoon. And also I've helped take care of people who are on their way to a funeral. Like I get to be just this little blip in someone's life and I get to help them get from point A to point B. And to me, that is really special and meaningful. What I will say is this job as a flight attendant absolutely is not for everyone, but I do think for the people who are flight attendants, there is something for you, if that makes sense. Like if you love international, you are able to pick up international trips or trade into them or wait until your seniority can hold them. If you like flying domestically, you're able to do that. There are just so many ways to make an awesome life out of this career. And even though the salary is typically lower than what might be of like a typical corporate job, honestly, to me, what I get in return for being a flight attendant is worth much more than the money I would get with a different job. Do you have to pay for your hotel room on reserve duty? So in my last video, after I was on airport standby, I went to a hotel because I was still on call the next day. And yes, I did have to pay for that room. Just so you guys know, anytime that I'm in a hotel room, if it is not specifically a flight attendant trip, like if I did not work the flight to get to that destination, I am paying for the hotel room all on my own. Unfortunately, the airline does not provide free hotel rooms just for commuting and reserve flight attendants. If they did, I think there would be a lot more commuters because it's my choice to live out of base and to commute. So if I did not get a trip where I needed to work the flights where my company would provide the hotel room, then I'm paying for the room on my own. Okay, one more question. Do I get paid when I am on airport standby? So yes and no. When I am on airport standby, those hours that I'm there go towards my guarantee. So when I'm on reserve, I am guaranteed a certain amount of hours of pay no matter matter what, whether I fly or not. However, if I go over that guaranteed amount of hours, then I make extra money. If I was sitting at home and if I was not called at all to work a single trip for the entire month, I would still be paid. So yes, I am paid because those hours are already included within that guaranteed pay, but it's not like I make extra money for sitting on airport standby. Oh my gosh, I just heard so much thunder. I don't know if you guys were able to hear that, like if the camera picked up that noise, but there was a lot of thunder there. That really makes me hope that my flight will not be delayed today. So anyway, yeah, today I am working 2 flights. I am going from Jacksonville back to DFW, and then I think we sit in DFW for about 2 hours, and then we go from Dallas-Fort Worth to Las Vegas. So I just need to zip up my suitcase, put my hair up, and then we can get out of here. Good morning, everyone. I am in the Las Vegas airport right now. Had a super quick layover last night, but still so grateful that I got to see my parents and, of course, Mr. Max this morning. But we have a longer day today. We have 3 flights. We are going from Las Vegas to Los Angeles, and then Los Angeles to Austin, Texas, and then Austin, Texas to DFW. And then that will be the end of this 3-day trip. And then I am on call for 2 more days after this. So I think I'm going to be able to spend the night with my friend Amara tonight, which is awesome. And then I'll bit aggressive for some 2-day trips tomorrow, and then that will be the end of this 5-day reserve block. But I just put in a Starbucks order to go grab some coffee, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'll probably grab a sandwich or something for lunch because it is a long day today. And yeah, I will catch up with you guys when I can.